One bright morning, Joha decided to take a walk outside the village. The birds were singing, the breeze was gentle, and the orchards were heavy with ripe fruit. Eventually, he found a tall apple tree, with branches full of big, red apples. Joha sat down under the tree, stretched his legs, and said to himself, "Life is full of mysteries. I once heard of a man called Newton, who became famous because an apple fell on his head. If that happened to me, perhaps I would discover something even greater. Maybe they will call it the law of Joha's gravity." He laughed at his own idea and leaned against the trunk, half dreaming. Suddenly, a strong gust of wind shook the branches. An apple fell, yet instead of dropping straight to the ground, it floated in the air, then rose slightly as if lifted by invisible wings. Joha's eyes widened. By the heavens, a flying apple? This is the discovery of the century. He jumped up and tried to grab it. The apple drifted a little further. He reached again, and it rose higher. It seemed to be playing with him. "Stop, right there," Joha shouted. "You belong in my stomach, not in the clouds." The chase began. The market chased Joha, ran through the village after the apple. Children saw him first and pointed, "Look, Joha is chasing fruit." One boy laughed. "Maybe he hasn't eaten in days, and now even apples run away from him." Joha ignored the laughter. He stretched, he jumped, he even tried throwing his shoe at the apple, but the apple danced away as if teasing him. Through the market he went. Merchants stopped selling to watch. One of them called out, "Joha, are you selling flying fruit now?" Another shouted, "Catch it, and you'll be the richest man alive." Joha replied breathlessly, "Don't mock me. This apple is magical. If I catch it, the world will remember me forever." The crowd burst out laughing and followed him, cheering as if it were a festival. Strange attempts. Joha tried everything. He jumped onto a cart full of melons, but the melons rolled and he tumbled to the ground. He climbed on a donkey, hoping to reach higher, but the donkey refused to move, enjoying the attention from the crowd. Every time he thought he was close, the apple rose just a little higher. Finally, it drifted toward a tall house and rested gently on the roof. Joha stood below, exhausted, wiping sweat from his forehead. Joha's discovery. He looked up and said with great seriousness, "Now I understand. This apple is no ordinary fruit. It doesn't want to be eaten. It wants freedom. It wants to live like a bird." The people roared with laughter. One man said, "Joha, apples are made for eating, not for flying." Joha, still panting, raised his hand like a philosopher and replied, "You may laugh today, but mark my words. Someday people will ride apples through the sky, and then you'll remember Joha, the first man who ever chased one." The villagers laughed even harder, but Joha walked away proudly, already imagining his name written in books, the great discoverer of the flying apple. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more funny and wise stories of Joha and other Arabic folk tales told in English.